You will take care of this baby whether you like it or not. Since you have refused to do the DNA, I will show you that I am a Kenyan woman with a bad brain, with a crazy brain.
Helen has been screaming all over social media, asking for just one thing. And that one thing is that CUBANA chief priest should please conduct a DNA over the son that he had for him. And to be very honest, we are going to be discussing about every of these things. Many of our cries, how painful it might look, the way they need to actually go about it, and the history on how this all began. But if you are new to my channel, do well to click the subscribe button, do well to like this video. You can do well to share this video. Share this video. This is the only way you can actually help me out. Share this video. Without further ado, let's just get right into it. So let us go into the foundation of how this story began. Back in 2022, Helen attended a friend's wedding from Kenya to Nigeria. So she came all the way from Kenya to Nigeria to attend a friend's wedding. It was said that both of them met at a restaurant where these people exchanged contact. They met, they nagged each other.
We enjoy it together. Nyama kwa nyama. Meat to meat. Sweet to sweet. It was like a sweet. You know that when you are knocking, when someone is coming, it's very, very sweet than anything in this life. That is how Pascal was feeling. Enjoying my pecus.
And after they knocked each other, something happened. And that was Helen discovering that she got pregnant.
So now you don't enjoy this pecus. Begin don't come. You should take a responsibility. Okay?
And with that, she contacted CUBANA chief priest. That's CUBANA chief priest, I'm now pregnant with a child. Oh. How do we want to do it? Are we aborting the baby? Are we doing this to the baby? And CUBANA chief priest was like, you can take care of the baby. You can take care of the baby. I'll be responsible for the child. But in the process of all of this, we don't know what went wrong. This man refused to take care of the child. And from there, their contact was blocked. These people could not communicate any longer. And she was angry about it. But notwithstanding, she went on with the pregnancy, thinking that, oh, since he said he was going to be responsible, of course, he will later come around. Not until she gave birth to the child, and after giving birth to the child, she tried every possible means to actually meet with chief priest, but everything proved futile. And that was when this child started growing. She started spending all her money. At a point, she said there is father to this, and that was when she started the social media rant.
Pascal, I am praying that God who created all of us in this world might come upon you and show you that God is better than you. God is greater than you, Pascal. I am telling you. And you see these tears that I cry. I am a mother. And I know how single women, they go through about this every day. Let me tell you, Pascal Okuchuku, it not go better for you.
She came online and started screaming. And all of these things that I'm actually saying is from Helen. CUBANA chief priest, you are the only one that I now come and do DNA for this your son. This your son eats too much. Come and do DNA for your son.
We are tied like this, you see. Until the day you will come and do the DNA, then I will leave you. If not, I go drag you. I go drag that your wife who doesn't want to talk to you to come and do the DNA. See, woman. Make I tell you, the angel, tell your man to come and do DNA. Oh.
And we have seen so many neglects from so many fathers in the past. A recent case was the one that just happened a few months ago when one of the legends of Fuji just accepted his son after 18 years of neglecting him. The same thing that is happening to Helen right now is the same thing that is happening to this particular man in question, and this man refused to recognize the one-night stand that he actually had with that woman. Not after 18 years. And to be very honest, I just feel like this is like a pattern to so many people that they think that they can eat their cake and have it. And according to Helen, she asked him, do you actually want me to keep this pregnancy? And he said yes. So what is it about not wanting to actually be responsible when it is time for you to be responsible? But that is by the way. But remember that all I'm saying is from Helen's testimony, which will still not be true. So by September 2024, they actually filed a lawsuit against Pascal Okechukwu, and that is what he actually called him. Pascal Okechukwu, Pascal this.
To come and take care of your pikin. Because I am not playing with you, Pascal. Because I am not playing with you, Pascal.
And while they filed this lawsuit, you will have thought that that was the end and probably will actually go for the DNA. But nothing actually changed. And then from day to day, we were having on social media Elaine coming out to the general public to actually scream at CUBANA chief priest. Just take a look at one of them.
And you think it is a cruise? You are telling people I'm catching cruise.
Sometimes we have this curse from her. Sometimes we have this abuse, rain of abuses, saying you must actually come and take your child. That if you are alive, there is no reason why your child should not enjoy your wealth. I'm very, very sure that this staining of white is the reason why so many women are scared nowadays. Because you cannot tell me that there is no atom of truth in what she's saying. Especially considering the fact that we know that if this is actually a lie, and CUBANA chief priest can actually match his chest and say it's actually a lie, there are other things that he could have done. But considering the fact that he's just gentle about the matter, he's not taking the matter into the law, he's not really taking the matter serious as he should, means that there might be an atom of truth in what she's saying. And even with all of this problem, she's actually using this to actually grow a platform for herself. Because whether you like it or not, she has grown. Her numbers on Instagram and numbers on TikTok has really, really skyrocketed. And this is due to the fact that every now and then she's calling him out. And to be very honest, she must be enjoying it. She must be enjoying it because she knows that obviously CUBANA chief priest is a popular figure in Nigeria. And of course, the blogs will always be there to post her. It's just like free adverts, free avenue to actually trash the man down every now and then.
But babe, come and give me a baby meal. Please, right off my face. Please, one of my gallery. Baby meal. Babe. Oh, babe. Hey, she's fine. Oh, I love you. Jesus. Let's go.
Thank you so much.
Let's go.
You cannot allow.
Hey,
You know, let's go, guys.
let's go.
Yes.
I was actually watching a collaboration between Chief Priest and Pella. And when he was actually talking, he was saying that if just watch the video.
If you feel you have a child for me and you feel the best way to get at me, if you have my child, you have diamonds in your hands. Something more than diamonds. Should be from my house, go my hotel, from my hotel, go my restaurant, from my restaurant. Things plenty. So why you they use the pikin they fight me if he dey real? Carry am come Nigeria now. You come they talk say I be blood money person. Say I be 419. Say I be drug dealer. But you want chop child support from
of Jujuma.
So
So you can actually see that this is not actually the way to actually go about it. If you actually feel that this person is actually your child, but the fact that you are always coming online to come and trash me, and you still now want to come and demand money from me with the mouth that you have used to call me this, call me that, abuse my stomach, said so many things about my family, come for my family, abuse my family, you are not going to get shishi from me. But you can also understand that pain because it's not easy. It's not easy to raise a child alone, especially if you know that the person that is the father is actually a rich man. And one of the things that me too I'm scared about is the fact that if she allows her to enter into their home, the probability of not destroying that home is not up to 30%. If that's why I feel like probably later in the future, he might probably even put the man in the will. But the reason why I feel like he's behaving like this is because he's scared that if Elaine enters the home might get destroyed. I feel like that's one of the reasons why it's like this. I just feel like probably that's one of the reasons. But still, I don't even know how to judge this matter because to be very honest with you, it's just crazy. But let me know what you think. Because if this matter is not true, I feel like there are things that CUBANA chief priest would have done. You understand? There are things that I know you would have done. You would have done, and you would have done them really, really clearly. But due to the fact that it just feels like if he does them, he might later bounce back. So the only way to conduct himself right now is just to ignore them. And I can tell you that there's nothing he's going to take from him. You understand? There's nothing that's talking. You want to drag me to the mud, drag me. It doesn't affect my business. It doesn't affect my music. It doesn't stop the love of people loving me. You understand? So it doesn't really matter. Continue ranting all over social media. Continue thinking you can actually spoil my name to now want to collect money from me. It won't work. I just feel like that is the level at which he's actually operating on. You understand? Because you cannot come and spoil my name and you are still demanding money from me. It will never work that way. Even times where Helen was even suggesting that both of them run 100-meter race, that if she actually wins, he will go and do the DNA to tell her how confident she is about the DNA. Also, she also made threats to also leave the child at his doorstep, that if he doesn't come for a DNA test, he's going to do that she's actually going to drop the child. She made so many threats. Oh God. Even those words at the court of law can be used against her, because sometimes the words that was used were defamatory enough, were defamatory to sue her to court. She has also appealed to the Imo State governor, making emotional videos, many videos online. If you want to actually search, you can actually search and you will find tons of videos, over 50 videos of actually talking about this case, to tell you that in as much as she's actually growing, her page is growing, she's also getting more influential with this particular case. And according to her, she actually made it known that there is this struggle with the child, taking care of the child, struggling financially to feed this child, that this child eats a lot. She made also many statements, And according to Chief Priest, this man is actually denying that he's actually the owner of the child, that he is not the owner of the child. And when somebody is saying he's not the owner of the child, the only thing you can actually do is probably to just leave the man and let him go. But that is not the case with probably in the future he will come around. But no, Elaine is after this man's, but of course he say they leave him alone. He's saying he's not leaving until this man become responsible and take care of his child, because she cannot actually take it. There was also a particular time in which Burna Boy also used Elaine as a way to get back at CUBANA Chief Priest, which he actually gave her few millions, which she has actually spent finish. She don't spend that money finish, and she was using that one to behave to, what was it called, having a child outside, thinking that will actually really affect CUBANA Chief Priest, but it didn't, because to be very honest, Burna Boy just wasted his money. That one just collected the money, decided that whatever you actually want to do, there was this Tonto DK's comment, there was this diss track. She also released a track concerning this particular event to tell you that she's earning full time. She had made it a full-time job, and many people are actually joining her on her live, so she's earning free money, free gifts, which on the normal day wouldn't have actually happened. So if she could do all of this without entering the marriage, what do you think will happen if she entered the marriage? And that is why I feel like he's scared to actually allow her to get into marriage, because if she could do all of this, you understand? That's why it is better to close your broadcast. Close your broadcast. They say it many times with that number. Close your broadcast. Because that night, Adebiyi has closed his broadcast. Probably the pregnancy wouldn't have happened. Probably the requesting of DNA wouldn't have happened. Use condom. Protect yourself. You say no. You say you want to do raw. This is the effect of raw. You understand? Adebiyi had actually protected himself that night. Probably it should have been a case of Shibia used CD. Even if she not even got pregnant, safe, you have a case. I used CD, or whoever gets pregnant go and do it instead. In fact, I'm not doing what's it called. But there was no denial of using CD to protect yourself. That means you probably went raw. And you gave it to her, nakanaki.
The way your husband take knack, you give you belly, you have children is the way he knack me. In fact, I gave him so very cute baby. In fact, those your two kids are the ones to see. Pascal, you should do the DNA for those your two kids first.
If you are giving it to her nakanaki and you were enjoying it, because there were many video clips where she was saying this was the style that she gave you. And imagine saying that one before you enter into the family. What will happen if she actually enters into the family? You understand? So I feel like this is exactly the reason why he's actually avoiding this particular scenario of allowing her to actually enter into the family. And also there are many other claims trying to compare children, talking about whenever Cubana chief priest post about his wife, she will always be there to also drag the man. So at this point, Cubana chief priest is insisting that there is nothing like any child anywhere, that I don't have any child anywhere. Do you think that Cubana chief priest would later acknowledge the fact that they need to actually conduct a DNA on a later on with all of this attitude that is being conducted on social media from Ellen's piece? Do you actually think that this man will just later say, okay, let us do the DNA and let's find out the truth? You understand? Because somebody cannot be this confident, because it will be very, very heartbreaking that if they not conduct this DNA, that child is not Cubana chief priest. Oh God Almighty, mighty man in battle, lift up your heads, all ye gates, that you be lifted up, ye everlasting door. I can tell you that this man will go to the moon to destroy her. But we cannot actually tell. I just feel like the reason why he's actually not doing so much concerning this case is because he's actually a little bit skeptical about the fact that he might actually be the father of this son. But what do you actually think? Do you think that in the long run, this man will acknowledge this particular son as his son? Let me know in the comment section. See you in the next.